What's up, everyone? This is your host, Candice Cordelia, here for Face Turn with Candice Cordelia of PWI Production. We are in sunny Las Vegas. If you couldn't tell already, you are looking at this shiny, amazing AEW Women's World Championship title and the AEW Women's World Champion behind it. I was like, Thunder's like, yes, it is me, I am she. And we are here in Las Vegas. We're here at FanFest. One day before the amazing pay-per-view, spectacular Double or Nothing. This is my first time out here in Vegas, and I'm so excited to be here with you, Thunder Rosa. You know, we talked before virtually, but this is an honor to be here with the champ. So
yeah, we met yesterday during our function for what was it? Karaoke. I'm like, karaoke. I don't even know what day it is. That's the life of a champion, guys.
Exactly, the life of a champion. And you know what a life it has been thus far, Thunder. You know, one of the things that myself and the PWI universe, and of course everyone in wrestling, admires you for is your hard work. And you talked about it, especially recently in the past episode of Dynamite. You talked about your hard work, the legacy that you want to leave behind, how long it took for you to get to where you are and where you want to go. I mean, talk to us about that, because you're going up against Serena Deeb. You mentioned that she was someone you spent hours driving to see when you were first starting your career, and here you are facing her. You know, not many wrestlers can say that. They can't say that they are facing someone that they looked up to, admired, and drove miles to see. So how are you feeling right now, a day ahead of going into this match, which I'm sure it's going to be a barn burner for us?
I don't know. I just once, if you ever been in a fight, I think the day before of the fight, you just want to get to it, like, because you'll be preparing for, you know, this one has been about 6 weeks, and I just feel like I just want to get in the ring, and I just want to, like, you know, like, savor that moment. This is like the prelude to all this. Is just so much sometimes, and it's just like, and like at the same time, I just feel like when I'm in the ring, it's gotta be like a blink of an eye, right? It's like you get in and then you're done. I don't know. There's like so many mixed emotions on this one, but I am ready to be in the ring. I think it's been a while since I fought anybody, and this is like the hunger like that I continuously feel, because I have not been wrestling as much as I used to before, and now it's like I am preparing for each and every single match like it is a fight, you know. So that's why it's like the eagerness to get in the ring.
And you know, Serena Deeb, just like yourself, a fantastic wrestler, fantastic fighter. I can't wait to see this match. You know, I really can. And a lot of people are looking forward to seeing what happens afterwards. You know, whichever way it goes, whether you retain or she wins, you know, we're waiting to see what happens next. Leading into my next question, because I'm just going to get straight into things, we have to talk about another champion in AEW. She had a lot of interesting things to say about you. I did talk to her ahead of yours. You know, we're talking about Jade Cargill. At the top of this interview, I mentioned straight out the journey that it took for you to get to where you are. In retrospect, looking at someone like Jade Cargill, who it hasn't taken that much time, you know, it's been under a year, she's become the TBS champion. What are you thinking about that? I got her side of her story, which is very fascinating, but for someone like yourself who spent years toiling, you see someone like Jade getting what she's getting.
As a businessman, it's like you can't look at somebody else's journey and be like, damn it, like, why is she getting that and I'm not? Like, listen, I am not worried how she got in, what she's doing, where she's at. I'm worried about myself, you know? I can't be like being jealous and like all like you know, bitter about like, oh, people are getting. I'm worried about what is for me, and right now I'm the AEW Women's Champion. The moment I saw Jade, honestly, when she came to AEW, I knew she was gonna get something because of what she brings to the table. You don't see a woman like her in professional wrestling, you know. I think like there's so many people that have been looking for the next China, and she has a lot of things, you know, that are setting up for her in the future because of the way that she looks and how athletic she is. And she's a quick learner. She's doing things real quick. That people are like really are behind her, and that's just what it is. And like she says, like, I'm gonna have to give it up to her. She wears green because green is money, and she is money. You know, I mean, you can knock that out of her. this is who she is. And I'm just not gonna talk, all the smack about it. I'm really happy for her success, and you know me. She works hard, she does her thing, and she does her, and that's it. My journey is completely different. Some of us have to struggle, and claw and like really put the work inside and outside of the ring in the indies. Some people don't. That's just how the cookie crumbles. And good for her that she has a success and she has been able to achieve a success in this company. But she's just a champion as I am a champion. Like I said, I'm not worried about her 30 plus wins because that's her. I'm worrying about me and I'm worrying about this right now, the future, what is in front of me. Can't be worrying about the future and like again, and I can't be like good for her. Good for her.
Love it. I love to hear it. A lot of fans are speculating and looking into the possibility of you facing each other again. But now that you're both champions, it could be your title on the line, her title on the line, or both. When I spoke with her, she was down for the idea of having both titles on the line and facing you with that in mind. What do you think about that? Because that would be, I would love to see that. That's something that I really and a lot of fans would love to see. Excuse my tearing. That's how passionate I am about about this.
Candice, if you know me, do you think I'm gonna shy away to wrestle another champion? I came to this company as a champion, and I am now the company champion. So, do you think I'm gonna shy away to have a match with Jade? I already had one with her, and I unfortunately came in short.
Yeah.
However, hopefully it's pretty soon. I will be ready for Jade. Again, I don't know if she's gonna be ready for me. I bring a lot more experience, and yes, she's probably gonna be way better than she was the first time we met in the ring. But I'm now more than ever, I am more hungry, and I am more determined to keep what is mine.
And we can't sit here and say that we have never ever seen the determination of Thunder Rosa, whether it's in the ring or outside of the ring. And that's one of the reasons why everyone loves you, is because of that determination and tenacity. And we can't wait to see it in the ring with Serena Deeb tomorrow for Double or Nothing. I want to bring things back a little bit to the fans, because what I saw last night, for those watching who might have been at the Karaoke Fan Fest, I have never seen anything like that, where you have fans mingling with the wrestlers and everyone else involved with All Elite Wrestling, having fun, getting to know one another. What was that experience like for you? I mean, I had a blast. I really enjoyed the fact that you were able to talk with your fans and have one-on-one time with them. I would love to know what you liked about it. What about it was special for you?
Well, you weren't there the first 35 minutes. I am an entertainer by heart. I like to, when I have functions, I like to get on the mic and just, crack jokes and, be myself. It was really cool. I mean, they get to see another side of me. I got to joke around, get some people on the, I let them be the entertainers, right? So it was really cool. I met a couple teachers. We create connections with people that came from Germany, that came from Canada. I just want them to feel special, because they are definitely the ones that have helped us, stay relevant and stay in on TV, and they're coming and spending their hard-earned money to come to the shows. And then on top of that, we were able to raise money for a great cause, and that's one of the things that I do as a community organizer and a community outreach. Is we raise money for wonderful organizations in different cities. So we were very happy, and it was very, very, very successful.
That's fantastic, and I do love the fact that you can not only have fun but have it be for a good cause. I personally am all about community outreach, and I love the fact that you were heavily involved in that with All Elite Wrestling, because it's fantastic to see, and I would like to see more of that as well. You mentioned the magic word mic, and I found out something that I wasn't aware of until very recently, Thunder. So you're a singer. Not only are you a professional wrestler, I'm hearing that you're extremely talented as a singer. What about that is it that draws you to expressing yourself with your voice?
Is it just another layer of what I bring to the table? Like I said, I'm an entertainer by heart since I was a young girl, and singing has been something that I enjoy for a long time, and now I'm finally able to afford classes and maybe the possibility of actually becoming a professional singer, because it's I think it's very close to what we do as professional wrestlers. How how we move people with our moves and stuff. I have watched so many entertainers when they're like in an arena in front of like 200,000 people, and they're all moved by the music that they create. And I have like a vision of like seeing myself like perhaps doing that one day, because that's like the ultimate, like how influential you can be in the world, right? With your music, how you write, with your lyrics, and with the emotion that you bring to an arena, or just like through the radio. Like it's like so powerful. Music is so powerful.
Yeah, universal language, right? Like, who are some of your favorite singers?
I have like so many, but I think like the ones that come to my mind, first of all, Selena, of course.
Yes.
Tina Turner. I like, let's see, from the guys. Man, Luis Miguel. He was like, I grew up with him my whole life. I love him. I love Bruno Mars. Like Bruno Mars, I love him because he's like so, that's another like person that you're like, this guy knows how to play, he knows how to dance, he knows how to sing, he knows how to write. Like it's just like the whole gamma of things, right? I'm like, wow, that's a real entertainer.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of thing I like.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see you cut a very own self-titled Thunder Rosa. Unless you want to, I don't know what you would title it. Maybe it would be Thunder Rosa. Hey, it's up to you. That'll be your call. But we want to see it, like a full-length album. That would be sick. That would be really, really sick. Yes. You know, there's something that you stated as I'm mentioning your name, Thunder Rosa. You stated something on Dynamite that I wasn't expecting. I don't know. I'm sure other fans weren't, and it was very gripping. You know, you were talking about the real you know, being Mel. And that struck me because we've seen you in so many different instances. You're a very, very powerful woman, you know, inside and outside of the ring. But there was a time where we saw that vulnerability, and you were stating, you know, look at me without the face paint. Look at me and see who I am here as Mel. You know, what brought on that change, that switch for you to want to expose yourself in that way to the AEW audience?
I think there's a lot of criticisms in the last couple of weeks in terms of like what I had to say, like that I can't, you know, talk, that I can't say that, I can't say X, Y, and Z. I think it was very important for people to understand who am I as a person before they understand the character. They got to hear about Serena Deeb and like her tribes and her troubles and tribulations in her career, and like her cosmetic changes and the choices that she made as a young wrestler, right? I didn't make those choices. I could have made those choices, but I chose not to, right? So I wanted to see people that it is okay to be vulnerable, but to be vulnerable, you have to be strong to accept that, right? And that it's okay to make mistakes. And it is okay to, like, you know, lose yourself to find yourself, right? So I have lost Mel on the way to find Thunder Rosa, and vice versa, right? But Wednesday people got to see who I really am and what I'm real about. And I don't think, because of how things are now on, you know, social media and stuff, like the only ones who really know who I am is like the ones who are like really, really big fans and watch the YouTube channel. But that's not really, like I said, that's just a layer. Like I wanted them to really see who's behind the makeup, right? And this is it. Like I said, all this got me here. Nothing else. There was no gimmicks. There was nothing. It was this. And that's important for people to understand. Like going in on Sunday, like you have two real women in the ring, two real wrestlers, two real athletes.
100%. And thank you for sharing that, because it has to be hard to present your whole self. You're already being very physical in the ring. To be able to present yourself as the real you, that's not an easy task. And it's I would assume very hard to extrapolate from what you're doing in the ring versus what you're bringing as Thunder Rosa or as Mel. You know, having said that, the balance of life, being a professional wrestler and outside of professional wrestling, you know, how do you deal with that on a day-to-day basis? You know, what goes into being able to balance everything that you're doing?
I don't know what balance is. I mean, it's tough. It's really tough. Like when you're so consumed with your goals and dreams and like you have to achieve them. Like sometimes like balance it doesn't exist until like you have to make balance when you're like you get sick, you're exhausted or whatever. I'm a hustler. I am always thinking about my next thing, my next project. My mind is racing all the time, and sometimes I forget to like stop and smell the roses. And like I was saying, now as a champion, it's difficult because you have to like, because everybody wants a piece of the pie. Everybody wants the pie. They don't care about your feelings, so you got to be on your feet all the time, always. So I'm like learning to like the balance.
The balance, whatever balance is.
Whenever I have a day off, I have a day off.
Yeah.
It is very difficult.
Yeah. What do you like to do on your day off?
Nothing. I just want to be in my bed, eating really good food, and I don't watch TV very much.
Okay.
So I usually like to be on my patio, like petting my dog Bravo, hanging out with my son, just like chilling with my family. Yeah, not really like big on. I'm a couch potato now, right? Because I travel so much. If I have a day off in between, traveling days, I love going to the beach.
We have seen that on Twitter, the beach days that you have. They look so peaceful, and I get so jealous each time. I'm like, I
go to Puerto Rico a lot. Like that's my zen place. Every time I go to Puerto Rico, I recharge. Something about the island.
Yeah, it's in your blood. Absolutely. We got to talk about your taco vlog. I love your taco vlog. I love tacos. I just had some earlier. I don't know if they were as tasty as the ones that you've had on your adventures, but what was the idea behind your taco vlog for your YouTube channel?
I just want to be in the Food Network one day. Am I gonna lie? No. I love Anthony Bourdain and what he did and his travels, and I thought of like doing a taco vlog. Like, what about if I start eating tacos in different cities since I travel so much, right? Do that and talk with interesting people and just be, myself and share my culture with people that not necessarily had ever eaten real authentic tacos. And it's been working really, really well. I like now people want to do like taco contests, like some of the boys. So, but it's been really, really fun, and it's like another way to connect with the fans, and then pretty much everybody that comes and does meet and greets, they love the taco vlog.
Yeah, I love watching it. I mean, you've had some amazing guests on the show recently. Who have been some of your favorites to talk to and just eat tacos with?
Mick Foley was really fun.
Yeah.
Mark Henry was really fun. Dustin, I love Dustin's interview. The tacos were terrible. Jeff Cobb, that's my next one coming out. He was really, really good to interview. Because some people are like so hard, like you're like literally like
you're like trying to get it out from them. Exactly.
So but other than that, I mean, there's been so many, but I'm like I said, I'm enjoying doing them.
And we love seeing you do them, and we can tell that you're having a blast doing them as well. Is there a restaurant that is on your dream list of places to go to for your taco vlog?
I'm very spontaneous. I literally go on Yelp.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, oh, this looks good, let's go.
Really? So you just like read the reviews, read the stars, and then you're like, let's hit it up. What's been one of your favorite restaurants that you just like randomly checked out?
El Gallo in Kansas City. Like the owner was amazing. I have to pay for the food. There was another one, El Dorado Cafe, which they've been friends of mine for a long time. That were probably the best dining experience I've had in a long time. We had Mark Henry there. Like, we had the meat sweats afterwards. That's how great it was. It was fucking great. It was so great.
That's when you know it's serious.
Yes.
That's when you know. Did you do it? You had one in Philadelphia. That's my hometown. So.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did two. I did one in like some like really hood place, and it was really, really good.
Those are the best places.
And then I went into another place. I can't remember what it was called with Ethan, and Ethan opened up so much.
Wow.
It was a great interview. So, and the food was delicious. The nachos. Oh my God, I'm so hungry right now.
Now I'm getting hungry. Oh my gosh. Why did I start this whole talk about tacos?
I know, I'm so hungry.
I love it. So being in Vegas, Vegas is such a special place. It's not like any other place in the world. What have you enjoyed doing? If you've had any downtime, I don't know if you've just gone straight to your hotel room to sleep. Is there any taco places that you've checked out here or anything?
Vito Taco.
Ooh.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
but I haven't really been doing anything.
Yeah.
I've been busy. I've been content creation. It's just like I said, balance, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I went and got my nails done. That was pretty cool.
They look so cute. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're so sparkly. They match her title.
Yeah, they do.
They're so pretty.
Gold.
Love it.
What else? We're probably gonna hit a show. I've been here so many times, so I don't really do much when I come. I've been running a lot, and it's horrible the weather, but I sweat a lot, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been hard to find like good food places because one, it's super expensive, and then two, there's lines for days, right? Everywhere you go, there's lines. Yes. So it's been like not the greatest experience, and I want to just sit down and watch people. And that's the one thing I will say.
Yeah.
And it's free. Yeah. It's free.
That's like one of the best things to do is just people watch, and I'm a huge Anthony Bourdain fan, and that's like one of his, I think that's why he was so endearing to people as well. He can really get people in terms of just talking to them, just having everyday conversations amongst food and just people watching, because you never know what you'll see if you're just observing, right? So very fascinating stuff, Thunder Rosa. I mean, Double or Nothing is perhaps the biggest pay-per-view, or one of the biggest for AEW. It's like each year it just gets better and better. For you, what does it mean to be a part of this history? We're 3 years into All Elite Wrestling, right? And you are, the women's world champion. It's taken you, as we've talked before, a long time to get here, but you've made it. Yeah. So how does it feel for you in this moment, a day away, thinking about everything that has transpired before getting to this point, and what could potentially happen tomorrow for Double or Nothing against Serena Deeb?
I was mentioning this at the Unrestricted podcast. Like having my face on the marquees, right, in Vegas.
Yeah.
Who can say, in all honesty, that you were in a marquee in Vegas? Who? It's a journey. It's like you're always like climbing more things, and then you're like, wow, like this is happening. What else? And the next thing you know, my face is gonna be there because I have a show, like a variety show. I don't know. So it's like it's really, really awesome that I'm here now, and I'm here as a champion. And for tomorrow, I'm honestly just using this platform again to show that I am probably one of the best wrestlers in the world, and also to show that when you have this kind of platform, you have to bring awareness to certain things. And like on tomorrow, when I get to the ring, somebody came and hugged me and said, "You're not coming alone, right?" I'm not coming alone. I'm gonna come with representing a lot of the people, like I said, that have passed away, and especially the Uvalde kids that passed away at the school shooting, and also all those women from las desaparecidas, the disappeared women of Mexico. So I come with an army, the Thunder Army.
Yeah, the Thunder Army is deep, and it's so inspiring to see, because you are the people's champ. You really are, and it's so amazing being here with you, Thunder. It's been an honor once again talking with you. My last question for you really is, what's the legacy that you want to leave behind? You've done so much in your life thus far, in your young life. You recently talked about the possibility of when you'd want to retire, and I heard the age 45 in that interview that you recently did. Having said all of that, what is that legacy that you want Thunder Rosa, not just Thunder Rosa, Mel, to leave behind for the world and for the next generation of wrestlers?
I think a legacy of service. I think when you have so much and life has given you so much because you work hard for it, it is important that you give back. And I think that will be one of the main things that I want to live in the world, that you don't have to be, I'm going to have to curse this one. You don't have to be a dipshit, to get to the top. And even when you're on the top, you can still be concise and precise and, and get your point across. But you can also be a good person. I think like one of the people that I will be, I guess an example for me is Mark Henry. He's one of the kindest human beings I know. And, it's really cool to work with people like that, have the same vision, and it's just like they have a life of service. Like they have been coming from nothing, and when they have something, they continue to give to the community and to people in need. So I I think that's for me one of the main things, because that's showing gratitude to the world, gratitude to this place, because we're gonna, when we leave with nothing, right? And then some of the people that I look up to, because I didn't watch wrestling when I was young, I look up to a lot of activists, like Dolores Huerta, which is another woman of color, and she was an activist, and she continues, she's like 70, 80, and she continues to help her community, organizing, and continue to give. And her kids, they're all got degrees, and they're like continue to like help the community. So it's like the legacy continues. It's just like so many other, and that's why Rosario Dawson, like I met her in New York, and she has a like a girls group in New York. So she's another one. She's been on top for so long, and she continues to help her community, right? So those are like the kind of things I want to leave as a legacy. Yes. Like I said, People's Champ. So interesting, because they call People's Champ for those who don't have a championship. But I'm like, now I have the strap, and people still call me People's Champ. It's cool.
It is cool. Your kind heart and your giving nature shines through in whatever you do, and that also extends to in the ring. You're very giving, and with all of that in mind, we cannot wait to see what happens at Double or Nothing between yourself and Serena Deeb. It is going to be fabulous. I wish you all the luck. Thunder Rosa, thank you so much for taking the time out. And thank you all for watching this really special interview here at the Fan Fest, a day ahead of AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Don't forget to watch it. Don't forget to cheer Thunder Rosa on. Don't tell Serena Deeb I said that, but if she's watching, it is what it is. I'm your host, Candice Cordelia, signing off, and stay tuned for more wonderful episodes here with Face Turn with Candice Cordelia. See you later.